Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a feature that's way more powerful than you might think, the audit trail in QAtrial. We're going to break down how it works, why it's so much more than just a box you tick for compliance, and how you can actually use it to make your projects better. Okay, let's be real for a second. When you hear the phrase audit trail, what comes to mind? Probably regulations, auditors, a mountain of paperwork, right? It can feel like this big, annoying chore, something you have to do, not something you want to do. But I want you to completely flip that script. Your audit trail isn't just about passing an audit. A better way to think about it, it's the flight recorder for your entire project. It's this living, breathing history that tells you exactly what happened, who was at the controls, and when. And just like a real flight recorder, its true power comes out when you need to piece together the story of exactly what went down. So let's jump right into this. We're going to see why your audit trail is so much more than some document you dust off once a year for an auditor. It's actually a powerful operational tool you should be looking at all the time. You know, it really all boils down to three main things. First up is accountability. And look, this isn't about playing the blame game, it's about clarity. Knowing who changed a requirement status just cuts through the confusion. Second, investigation. When something unexpected happens, like a test that was passing suddenly starts failing, the audit trail is your go-to forensic kit. And third, and this is where it gets really interesting, is pattern detection. Over time, you can start to see the bigger picture, like, hey, why are these requirements always getting tweaked after they've been approved? That might point to a bigger issue in your process you can actually fix. And you want to know the best part? QAtrial is doing all of this heavy lifting for you, completely automatically. You don't have to manually log a single thing. The system is just there, in the background, seamlessly capturing every important event. It's literally building your project's history without you lifting a finger. And just check out the level of detail here. We're not just talking about who created or deleted something. No. QAtrial logs every single little update, every time an electronic signature is applied, and this is absolutely crucial these days, every single interaction with the AI. It knows when the AI generates content, and just as important, it records the exact moment a person reviews and accepts that content. And that right there is such a big deal for modern quality management. By logging both the AI's contribution and the human's acceptance, QAtrial builds this clear, unbreakable chain of command. It proves there was always a person in the loop, providing that essential human oversight for any AI-assisted work. And in any regulated industry, that's not a nice-to-have. That's a must-have. So we have all of this incredible data being logged automatically in the background. Now let's look at how QAtrial turns that raw data into your project's very own time machine, transforming a simple log into real, actionable understanding. This is where the magic really happens. See, a basic old-school event log might just tell you REQ012 was updated by Jane Doe. Okay, so what? That's not very helpful, is it? But QAtrial gives you what's called a Diff, a side-by-side comparison of what actually changed. So now you can see exactly what she did. The risk field was changed from medium to high. See the difference? That's the leap from just having data to having powerful insight. Of course, having all this data locked inside the system is one thing, but you're definitely going to need to get it out, both for your own deep dive analysis and, yes, for those formal audits. QAtrial gives you two really distinct ways to do this, and each one is tailored for a specific job. Just think about it like this. The CSV export, that's your raw data. That's what you pull into Excel or another tool when you want to put on your detective hat and hunt for your own trends and patterns. The PDF export, though, that's your presentation copy. It's polished, it's formatted, it's easy for a person to read, and it's ready to be handed right over to an auditor. Two tools, two very different jobs. Okay, so the tool itself is obviously really powerful, but a tool is only as good as the team that's using it, right? So for our last section, let's talk about how to truly master your audit trail by picking up some of the habits we see in the most successful teams out there. What we've noticed is that the highest performing teams tend to have three simple but really powerful habits. First, they always require a reason for any significant change. The audit trail tells you what changed, but adding a note about why it changed gives you that priceless context. Second, they export their data regularly. Think of it as a secure backup of your project's entire history. And third, and this is the big one, they use the audit trail proactively. They aren't just waiting for an audit to happen. They're in there every day using it as an operational tool to figure out what's going on and understand how their project is really evolving. So when you boil it all down, the most important thing to remember is this. An audit trail isn't a burden. It's the factual, unchangeable record of your project's entire quality history. It is the single source of truth for every important thing that has ever happened. And that really just leaves us with one last question to think about. Every single day, with every single click, your project's history is being written in real time. The real question is, are you taking the time to read it?